welcome back to another video. This is another book video. I need to catch up, you know what I mean? So I'm uploading 2 videos in March. 2 book videos, because I didn't upload my January wrap-up. I didn't upload my January wrap-up until, obviously, like, a few days ago, okay? It's fine. So this is my February wrap-up, okay? This time, I wrote some notes that hopefully will help me explain or like remember what to say. So I read 3 books this month. I think 3 to 4 books is like the ideal amount for me. Yeah. Okay, so let's just let's get right into it. Okay. So the first book I read this month was The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. Excuse me. I have a lot of opinion about this book. So it is about so we have our 2 main characters, Lucy and Joshua, and they work at the same firm. Essentially, they both worked at different firms, and then those 2 firms decided to mesh together to become one. And so that's how they end up working together. So they're in the same office, they sit right across from each other, and they, hate each other. And I did like the beginning of the book. I found that like their banter was really fun. They have this thing called the HR game, which pretty much just means that they're like threatening each other with HR, and that was really fun. I really like that. But deeper you get into the book, the worse it gets, in my opinion. So obviously, eventually they form kind of a romantic / sexual relationship. Oh, actually, before I get to that, I literally wrote down notes and I still managed to mess it up. Before I get into that, when I was 2 chapters into this book, her height was mentioned 4 times. So our girl Lucy, she's 5 foot, okay? And you will never forget that she's 5 foot. Joshua is like 6'4". Why? Anyways, and that's the first thing that just was weird to me, was that her height gets mentioned a lot, and at one point Joshua tells her that he actually likes the fact that she's so short. And then there's also a scene where they're at like a bar, and the bar stools are too high, so he has to like, lift her or like carry her onto the bar stool, and it just rubbed me the wrong way for some reason, because I don't know. And he also kind of like takes care of her a lot. There's like a scene where she's sick and he's like feeding her soup and like changing her bed sheets and all that. It very much gives me, I have to say it very much gives me father-daughter vibes, okay? And it creeped me out a little bit. Like, he's kind of taking care of her as of like a parent, especially because he mentions how he likes the fact that she's so short. I'm not saying if you're short and you have like a tall boyfriend that he's like creepy or whatever, but it's just the way that everything is worded in this book that was just a little bit weird to me. So that's like the first thing. The second thing that bothered me, so I don't know if I need to be like vague, I guess, but essentially same like job, and so obviously they both feel like they can't really have a relationship and stuff like that. So Joshua proceeds to tell her that if they're only gonna do the deed, the sexual deed once, then he wants to like wait so that it gets more tensiony and you know, whatever. Like he wants to wait. He's not comfortable to do it yet. And then there's our girl Lucy, who consistently begs him to. And I mean, yeah, I think it's kind of, I don't know if it's necessarily is SA, but I just find it creepy that like she consistently begs him to do it with her. I didn't like that. I also just don't like the begging. Maybe it's just because I'm prideful, but if you beg someone to do the deed, it doesn't do it for me. So when they eventually did it, I'm like, okay, like it didn't really do nothing for me because yeah. So that's really what I didn't like about this book, is that she, you know, at one point she even like, I think puts her hand in his pants and he like actually had to remove her hand. Like I didn't like, and he also, I think at one point he felt like she looked at him as like a sexual object, and I didn't like that. So yeah, this book I rated a 2, okay? There are way better contemporaries out there. This is still, like, I would not recommend it. It does have a good start. Like the beginning of the book is great. But it just gets worse and worse the deeper you get into the book. So I did watch the movie, and I can finally say that I have read the books before I watched the movie. And I mean, I didn't love the movie. It wasn't that good though, just because I don't like the book. There were a few scenes missing, one specifically of her dad. Like in the book, she talks with her dad, and that was really funny. Like their banter was really funny. That was not in the movie, and I was like, I know, that was like one of the funniest parts. So, yeah, I would not recommend it. Okay? I would not recommend this book whatsoever. The next one I read, this one I feel like is going to be really hard for me to explain. So it's called The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. So this book takes place in the 1700s, which already was like right up my alley. It's one of the reasons why I love Outlander. I mean, yeah, everyone's oppressed, but still, okay, I still like the vibes regarding the 1700s. So it follows our main guy Monty. So there are a few main characters. There are 3 main characters in total, but you read from Monty's POV, and Monty is like a lord, I guess. I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah, he's a lord, and he's quite what's the word? He's very much like a party type of guy, and Monty's very much he likes to party, he likes to drink, he likes to mingle with both men and women. But Monty has a huge crush. Well, more like he is deeply in love with his best friend Percy. Oh my god. I love their relationship. It is just adorable in every way. So Monty and Percy are best friends, and they both secretly love each other, which is adorable. So but because Monty is like not very lord-like, and just likes to drink and like have fun his little sister, Felicity. I love Felicity. There's a second book where Felicity is the main character in that one. But essentially, I'm all over the place. Essentially, they have to go on like a European grand tour. I'm sorry, a European grand tour. So they're just traveling in Europe. So I'm not sure how long they had to do this for. I think a couple of months. So yeah, he's allowed to. So essentially, he has to like, I guess, like meet new people and learn manners from different people and just, you know, the gentleman's guide to vice every Jew, you know what I mean? Like his dad thinks this is going to help him like grow up and whatever. But as it turns out, this was not the case. Far from, okay? Far from it. Monty is quite reckless, so he ends up doing something that leads into a manhunt. So Monty, Percy, and his little sister Felicity are pretty much just running from these guys. And yeah, as I said, I really like the beginning of the book. I feel like that's with like almost every book. I'm like in love with the beginning, and then just kind of gets worse. I thought that this was gonna be a 5-star read for me, but it ended up being a 4-star read. It's still good. I mean, don't get me wrong. But it kind of got a little bit boring, I guess, ish. I had higher expectations, I guess. But the romance is so adorable. It is so cute, and I highly, highly recommend this book. I feel like this is definitely like an underrated book. One of my friends recommended it to me, and it was like on my bookshelf for a while, like 6 months, and I finally got around to read it, and I definitely don't. Sorry, I definitely don't regret it. Okay, I recommend it. Sorry. Okay, so the last one I read is not really one that I have to talk about a lot, because I think the majority of you know about this book series. We have Harry Potter. So I read the first Harry Potter book. I'm currently reading the second one. I wasn't sure if I wanted to read the second one, but then I did. I don't know if I'm gonna read the entire series because I think there are like 8 books, right? And I have a lot of books to read, so I don't know if I'm going to. But so far, I will say I like the second book more. But I will get to that. I will get to that next month. So yeah, we have obviously Harry Potter. I mean, I think everyone knows about this. First of all, I will say everyone looks a little bit different. So I already forgot her name. Mrs. Dudley. There we go. She's blonde in the books. And she has blue eyes. I don't remember because in the movies she has brown hair, right? Hermione has like is it called buck teeth? Like she has like big front teeth, which she obviously doesn't have in the movie. Another thing as well is, so my boyfriend told me this, that in the movies, Ron kind of seems a little bit like, not stupid necessarily, but like really clumsy, and that's not how he is in the books. Ron definitely is a lot more likable, I think, in the book, and a lot more balanced. That's a weird word, but he's not as clumsy. I don't know. He's not like, I don't know. This book is so pretty. Let me show you the inside of the book. Look at that. I think it's so pretty. It's just so simple, but it's so pretty. Ugh. I'm sorry about the loud noises everywhere. I hope I get to read at least 4 books this month. Maybe 5. Maybe 5. So that is all the books I read this month. Once again, let me know your thoughts. If you liked any of them, let me know which books you read in February. Okay, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next one, or our next one. Me and Buttercup really gotta like make more videos. Anyways,